This is long overdue. 2 years ago, I made an announcement video talking about a horror RPG Maker game that I started to make. Today I want to promote / announce / make an update video about my new RPG Maker horror game called Lullaby. I'm going to read out loud the premise. When Haru was 5 years old, she woke up in the middle of the woods, without any previous memories, all alone. The only thing she remembers are her first name and a song, a lullaby that's stuck in her head. One night she awakens to the sound of the familiar song being sung and follows it, into the town near the orphanage she lives in. The main objective of this game is to get back to the orphanage and try to get Haru's memory back along the way. It's going to be a horror, thriller, mystery game with puzzles / riddles. And then, at least on YouTube, I fell completely silent about it. I didn't talk about it at all. In the video, I asked if anyone wanted to voice act for the game, and then I just didn't really communicate anymore, and I have no words to express how sorry I am about that, because that was just a straight up asshole move and I have no excuse for it. Like, I feel so dumb because I feel like at that point in time, I really shouldn't have publicly talked about it at all. When I made that video, I was just so motivated and enthused, and I just wanted to get the word out about this game that I hadn't even really done much on, and it was really silly and dumb. Especially like asking for voice actors when all of the dialogue wasn't even done. Like, imagine that. Like, I was like, I need voice actors, but I didn't even script anything yet. If anyone who's watching this auditioned for a role, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I have no excuse, but if I could go back in time, I would stop myself. Not necessarily from making the video, but I would stop myself from asking for help when it wasn't ready yet, and it wasn't fair to the people who wanted to join in and wanted to audition. But I wouldn't be making an update video if I didn't start working on Lullaby again. It's been a long time since I last worked on it, but I think I finally got my motivation back, and now, because of when I have to stay inside at home anyway, I can try to use that time in a constructive way and just, start working on my game again. Funnily enough, the thing that was the final push to get me motivated again was a video about Yandere. Side note, that video is super good, and you should definitely give it a watch, because it's not just about, Yandere as a person, but it's about the game itself and what's going wrong and what went wrong. And in the video, the YouTuber Kappa Kaiju talks about how Yandere just should have started working on the groundworks first before he started implementing all these extra things, the way to kill people, different animations. He should have just started working on the game itself, like put the skeleton down, so to speak, and then build everything up around that. And I kind of recognized myself in that, because I just started doing all these little details, like everything in Haru's room, for example, is interactable, which at this point, at this stage, just isn't necessary. But it was fun to me, and that's why I did it. I made pretty much everything in the orphanage interactable, and now I'm like, oh my god, how dumb are you? It should be obvious that you have to work on the story, because obviously my game is very story driven. Like, I should have worked on the storyline and the events first. And me being now 2 years, I can't believe it's been 2 years. Now me being 2 years older and wiser and, knowing more, I'm going to change the approach I had. And like I said, get down like the story elements and like the events and everything, like the big thing and the puzzles, and then I can work on all the little details and see if there's like any bugs I can fix or any like weird things that are happening. I'm bad at explaining. Why am I even making a video? I already made a tiny bit of progress. I finally got done with the first puzzle. Well, I wouldn't really call it a puzzle. With the first obstacle Haru has to overcome. And I had an issue with like the character art that gets shown when there's dialogue. Because of a formatting issue in game,
It was all kind of like pixely and looked weird, but now I was able to fix it and now it looks much better, which is a huge relief because Niwa, my friend and the artist who worked on these, worked so hard and they look so good, and it just wouldn't have done it any justice if it looked, weird and pixely. I can't really talk about the changes I've already made in the game too much because it would give away too much of the story, which I really, really don't want. And believe me, I know it sounds like a stupid excuse, but it's the truth. So yeah, TLDR, I'm back working on my game, but I don't know how long it will take until it's done. But I am really determined to finish it eventually. I can't make any promises and I don't want to involve any more people and I don't want to disappoint anyone. I'm already so grateful to Shizu and Niwa who are helping me with this. I honestly have no words how supportive they are. Just thank you. And if you are still interested in Lullaby and its development and in any updates I might have, I'm going to link Lullaby's rpgmaker.net site and you can check out the blog posts, the pictures, more info, and I would definitely keep that blog updated. And yeah, I don't know, maybe 2 years from now, if the world hasn't ended yet by then, I'm going to sit down and make an announcement video that the game is finally done and you can play it. Or maybe it will be 5 years from now, or 3 months from now, or I don't know when. But maybe, hopefully, someday I will be able to say, here, this is what I made. I put a lot of time and effort and love into this. My friends helped make this. This is the finished game. I'm so cheesy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to this channel. And I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye!